what's up, baby? Yes, sir. Giants got their high pick. They don't got the number one, but they should be able to get a real good draft pick, or maybe shop it around for 2 picks. You heard? They ain't want that number one. TPK in the building. What's good, baby? All right, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I got a story to tell y'all. Y'all don't want to hang up quick. Especially you, Shug. I know you be in and out with it like, but I know you got to go to work, but you want to hear this story. Few texts in the building, baby. It's not 100. It's not 50. It's just a few of them, baby. Few texts in the building. My man, Low, you heard? Yeah, I got a story to tell y'all. Let me pile up a minute. Just some real comedy shit before y'all leave for the night, you heard? Happy New Year, baby. Yes, sir. You know, I put it out there, but you know, I'ma say it again. Happy New Year to you motherfuckers, man. Don't do no stupid shit, man. Let me let like a couple more into the building, then we gonna start talking and start this marvelous show, you heard? Alright. Let me start a little early because I got Mark Guillory about to pop up any minute. Hopefully, he doesn't get caught up. That's my man, a.k.a. MIA. He either sleep through it or he truly's through it. Couple times he missed the show, but I know he's showing up today. He felt bad about the last time he slept through the alarm clock. And like I said, X came through. Happy 2026 to all of y'all. But let me give y'all this information, man. I worked the work yesterday. I went and got that time and a half. I ain't playing around. You know what I did? I watched the Oregon game, the Indiana game, and I watched the special on some serial killer shit. That was it. Got time and a half for that, went home. But this was funny shit that went down, though. X-Man in the building. That's my man, X-Man the Savior. As I'm going home, right, I'm going, you know, where I take the highway at. You know what I'm saying? Why there's 4 cops over there? One with the speed meter, another one with goggles. And then when I enter the drive, like, you know, the highway, it was 3 dudes lined up. They was packing 2 of them up. I'm like, God damn, for the new year, you packing niggas up? What we doing? Yo, they was breaking niggas in yesterday. They wasn't even hesitating. I guess they felt like, you know, they had to work yesterday. They're going to make other motherfuckers pay for it. But the moral of the story I keep telling y'all is real in the field. I'm pretty sure them dudes, they packed up, left their house. They was like, you know what? It's New Year's. I'm going to change my life. Next thing you know, whoop, pulled over, maybe papers fucked up, all kind of shit. Packed up. Moral of the story is that I keep telling y'all, it's real in the field, man. It really is, man. So let me keep giving some shout-outs. I seen Nana enter the building. X-Man, of course, enter the building. X-Man's always ready just in case my man get trulied out again. But I think he's definitely going to show up today. So now that we got everybody in, I got all my notes together. Hold on, let me get one more note and then we're going to start the show. Give me 1 minute, guys. I got to make sure I get this here. Where the free picks at? I got to make sure I get everything lined up. Where the free picks at? I know my man Noah. Shit, you know what? The free picks, I might have to go off the head. Pause, because I didn't do mine. Noah gave me his. But let me make sure I get these correct. Give me a minute, guys, because I just made it in time. I'm glad that I made it in time so a lot of y'all don't be like, yo, what's up with Al, man? But I'm here. But give me a minute. I'm a little behind schedule. Because like I said, I do it all by myself, man. Making no excuses, man. Okay, the Saints are playing the Falcons. ATL -3.5. Give me a minute, guys. And he also said he liked the bum-ass Jets. Who they playing? Give me a minute. Jets are playing the Bills, so I guess the Bills ain't playing nobody. Probably they're going to sit everybody down and shit. The Bills are -7.5. Okay, so I'm going to have to freestyle my free picks to y'all. So let's start this show, and we're going to get this shit popping, man.
I was not in the
Give me a minute, guys. I'm like,
going back to school.
I'm all over this motherfucker, man. Give me a minute. I don't hit the wrong button. Let me calculate. Let me get it all back. Happy New Year. We gonna start like that. Al York Sports, you heard? Ain't no lying in my shit, man. I'ma say it like I see it, man. Real talk, man. You ain't gonna get nothing sweeten up. I'm not gonna take nothing off the top. I'ma just say it like the fuck it is, man. I'ma keep it the raw truth. That's the only way I know how to keep it, man. Happy New Year to all you motherfuckers. And remember, man, police ain't playing, man. I'm telling y'all, them niggas was sitting on New Year's Day, flagging motherfuckers. They packed 2 motherfuckers up. Motherfucker like that with the speed shit. Another one had goggles in the corner. I'm like, yo, what we doing? I'm driving through the motherfuckers like, what we doing? It's New Year's, motherfucker. This should be 2 days that we can't get no tickets. This should be Christmas and New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Now, if you kill a motherfucker, rob a motherfucker, that's different. But all that speeding, smoking blunt, drinking like in the street, all that, you shouldn't be getting no tickets on those 2 days. And that's the moral of the story. It's real in the motherfucking field, man. I thought I'd get that out there because that shit was funny, but it wasn't funny because the dudes that was getting packed up, one of them looked like he was crying, like he crying on New Year's Day. It's supposed to be the happiest day. You know, you made another year. You cleared another year. You alive another year. This motherfucker crying, bro, because they packed his ass up. Okay, so go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York. Peace to the shooter. Coast to coast Mike, the R. George Santana, like I said, he got all the artwork, man. He got the flavor artwork. Hit him up for the artwork. And like I said, you need editing, filming, whatever. You go to my man Candelaria at Arrowhead Media 702 on Instagram. And I got all the apparel. I tell you, inbox me, email me, fucking IG me, call me, whatever. Got the deals on the 3 hats, 2 hats, 1 hat. Can't do a deal on 1. You got to get a couple or more so I can work some numbers work. Y'all know what it is. Let me get the free play now. Might as well get them out the way now. Noah Parker, we're going to start off. He likes the Jets plus 7.5 versus the Buffalo Bills that got nothing really to play for. Unless they fighting for positioning, which I didn't get time to look at, but I know they're not winning the division because New England already locked up the division. So he likes the Jets plus 7.5 against his team, the Buffalo Bills, and he also likes the New Orleans Saints plus 3.5 over the Dirty Birds. He thinks the Saints are going to play spoilers in that contest. That's what he's thinking. So what I'm going to give you, I'm just going to go off the head, pause for saying it like that. I'm going to give you Carolina Panthers plus 3. I'm just going to go off the cabbage. I didn't do no study, no excuses. If I lose, I take the blame. But I take the plus 3 against the Bucs. Bucs might be able to win. If they win, it'll be by 3. But I think Carolina can steal us. Bucs have, at the end of the season, really, really bad. And Carolina's playing better than late, though. They got beat up by Seattle. But Seattle's beating everybody up. So what can we say about that? Okay, let me look at some other games. I'm just flowing off the dome piece, man. You know what I mean? Work with me. I'm just going through these games real quick. Okay. Okay, let me see what we got here. Give me Miami Dolphins plus 11.5. Oh, you know what? Take that back because they're playing for the division. I'm going to give you one more pick and then we're going to call it a night. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 4.5. I think that Lamar and them, if they do win, they're going to squeeze a win, like maybe a field goal win, you know, a close win. But I don't think they're going to win by 5 or more points. So I like the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 4.5 against the Baltimore Ravens. Those are your free picks right there. We got that out the way. Now, let's go to football news real quick. Ernest Vega in the building. God damn. Where the fuck Ernest Vega been at? I thought you died, my nigga. Real talk, man. God bless you alive. I thought you died. Okay, New England Patriots and wide receiver Stephon Diggs got into trouble this week. From my understanding, he was back at practice, but he got some charges of strangulation, a misdemeanor charge of assault. But it's allegedly, but maybe it might take a little time to look into this case. So it looks like he might shoot up. I didn't get the latest. So if any of y'all got the latest, please enlighten me. because I didn't really follow up on this. It's kind of negative shit anyway. I don't like following up on that shit anyway. But I know that if he's not in the playoffs, that's going to hurt New England because he's been their most productive wide receiver. You know, Drake Mays, I've been Drake Mays' guy, even though he got Douglas and he got the mother cats over there. But Stephon Diggs is the man over there. Other news real quick. Dallas Cowboys released two-time Pro Bowler Trevon Diggs with 1 game to play. And the Green Bay Packers, from what I heard, picked up Diggs. He's really close with Mekhi Parsons. They were like brothers with Dallas. And when they played each other, they switched each other's jerseys. And to be honest, I think Parsons was the one that said, give Diggs the call. We need bodies over here. Now, I don't know if he's going to be eligible for the playoffs. Probably play 1 game. I hope he's eligible because why sign him if he only can play 1 game? So hopefully he's eligible. I don't know if he is. That's something I got to look up. But at least in the future, if they keep him, this guy was a Pro Bowler. This guy could ball, but he just didn't have his mind right with the Cowboys. So now it's both brothers. Both Diggs got in trouble. It's just ironic how it happened right at the same time. Right before New Year's, right after Christmas. Like, what we doing, guys? And last but not least, Tyler Soderstrom signed a 7-year, $86 million deal with the Athletics. You know they're moving to Vegas, so they're going to stack it up before they get over here, which is good. Give us some good baseball to watch. His 8th year has like a lot of bonuses where he could run up to 131 M's from 86 M's. And, you know, salute to the young man. Soderstrom is a beast. He's going to continue to get better. And salute to the Athletics that's trying to bring a good team out to Las Vegas. Let me see if my man's in the building. Let me see if he's in the building. Yo, MG Raider. Hopefully you in the building. Let me try to get you in. I just try to add on. Hopefully he's in the building. Let's see if he's in the building. Shout out to everybody. Breezy, if I didn't see you, Ernest Vega. I thought Ernest Vega was dead, though, man. I'm glad he's alive. I'm trying to get my boy in the building. Let me see if I can get him in. It says joining. There we go. But I don't see no movement. Yo.
Can you hear me?
He's kind of like stiff there. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, you know what? Your voice went up and everything. So I might not even need a add nothing. I think you just muted it, fam. Yo.
There we go.
Yeah. Don't mute it. You
We
just
good?
muted it. You good? Okay, I'm gonna try
good.
to move back because I noticed MG Raider. When I rewatched the video, it don't look small and good like the way it looked nice. It feels like the picture swells up.
That's on your end, baby. That's on your end, baby.
No, you said it yourself. You said it yourself that we looked it close the last time. You know
Really
what I'm saying?
close.
So I'm just saying you don't have to do it.
I saw the pimple on my forehead. I was like,
real quick. Before we start this marvelous show, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Hey, Happy New Year as well.
I wasn't able to say that because whatever happened last week, we're not going to get into it. Now I'm able to say it. I want to make sure I get that the way. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to your beautiful family. And you ready to go?
Yeah, let's go. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and all of your fans and supporters and everybody here tonight. I'm happy to be here.
We happy to have you. You know you one of my teammates. You one of them in a circle, so you know that already.
We in 2026. We go back to what, 2021?
Probably.
Yeah, this is like 5 years now.
Probably.
So I've been messing around with Al York for 5 years.
Okay, let's go right into the college football playoffs.
Let's go.
Then we're gonna go to the next week games. We're gonna start off with a big upset, 9.5-point upset. Now, it might not be an upset to you and to a lot of people that betted them, but it's an upset because the line opened at 9.5. It closed out at 7.5, which was the Miami Hurricanes versus the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm one of them that thought the Buckeyes would go deep. I was wrong. I'm not afraid to admit it. Hurricanes were up 14-zip early. They got that pick 6. When the quarterback didn't see him, the guy stepped up, took it to the house. I knew the game was over there. I was kind of denial, Mark. But then they did make it close, 17-14 with the ball, Mark, but couldn't do nothing. Canes prevail. Talk to us.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Miami Hurricanes are probably the best underdog team in the college football playoffs. If they ever are the favorites, they're gonna lose big.
Right.
But when because they will lose to Duke, and they'll lose to Virginia, but then they'll beat they'll mess around and beat Ohio State. So like
That's
that
crazy.
that was
Yo,
the
Mark, and they
craziest
beat them,
game.
Mark. There wasn't no luck shit.
It
They
was
beat them.
they ran them down. They played trench tough football.
Yep.
They beat them running the ball too. And it's almost to the point where if Ohio State went up like 14 points, Miami couldn't come back. But Miami went up 14 points, and I'm gonna tell you that play, that was one of the best defensive plays of the year right there.
Yeah,
Where
read it, man.
he read that shit like the back of his hand, and he
That,
read
that's,
it.
oh, that's how you could tell he did some film study because it was
Yeah,
kind of like Butler's pick, New England, Seattle, but the only thing, Butler didn't take it to the house, but it was more important. It was to win a Super Bowl.
it was
This
like it
was
clicked. It
take it
clicked
to-
in his head. Yeah, it clicked in his head. He's like, "Oh, I've seen this before."
There you
And
go.
he went up. He backed up a little bit. Then he's like, "Oh, boom!" And then he
He
like
read the
went.
alignment. He seen the way
He
they
read
was
the whole
back.
thing, man.
Yo,
That
he
was
cut
fat.
that motherfucker
Yeah,
off. It was like he was the receiver almost.
absolutely. And it looked so easy, but it was like a really great football IQ play. So like that was great. I'm happy for Miami now. Like Michael Irvin.
Ray Lewis.
And Ray Lewis was cool, but Michael Irvin, like hey man, the dealers in Miami are hella happy, but they out of product right now. They out of
Right.
product because Michael Irvin was like on one. I don't know, man. I don't know what he has some good stuff in his
Yeah,
nose.
might be bugging. You know,
Um,
might be bugging.
yeah, he definitely bugged out.
I
But
don't know
but
if you
hey,
noticed, he hugged Jimmy Johnson, and Jimmy Johnson was looking at him, and I know that look. He wanted
yeah.
to check if he was high or not.
Oh, he was definitely hot. Like
Knowing you have to know
there's
when he's
no
high
doubt about that.
and when he's not. We know him enough because he coached the
He
Cowboys
was
for a
hella
few
high.
years. But the thing
Yeah,
with
that's
Mike,
his
Mike
boy.
starts to get so crazy nowadays. He tries to use that. I know what he's doing. That's a cover up. So
Yeah.
if he is high, people, oh, he's high. He's always loud. But we
Yeah,
all know Mike he like to fuck with that Montana, man. He love that cocaine. And that's just what it is. That's
that's it.
all
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
the
But
thing.
hey,
I don't love him less for that. He's still a great guy, a great influencer, and it definitely was a great player, the playmaker they used to call him. But real quick, they won 24-14. Any last words on this game before we move
yeah,
on?
Miami's a very dangerous college football team, and if I was Ole Miss, I think Ole Miss is in trouble. I don't think they play that kind of football. Miami plays. They play scrappy. They play tough, and they can beat you any way you want to give it to them. But
Bro,
they
we're
gonna
going to go there. We're going to go there.
okay,
That's going to be the next one.
okay,
Let's
yeah,
move on.
yeah.
Game I'm very surprised of, Mark. I love the Ducks. For some reason, I don't believe in them. Like when big games, and I got fucked twice. I'm going to just say it straight out. And I thought the Red Raiders is going to take it to them, bro. And the defense played. Red Raiders defense couldn't play no better, but they couldn't do nothing on offense. So now my question to you is: the Ducks defense that good, or the Red Raiders offense ain't shit? Talk to me.
I think we have to look at the Red Raiders offense ain't shit because we need to just go back, rewind 7 days. James Madison put up 34 points on Oregon Ducks, and Red Raiders couldn't put up 8 point.
Great.
So you got to look at the last two opponents. They had to score 45 to win the game on JMU, James Madison, and won that game 45-24 at home. And then they go to a neutral site to play Tech, the Red Raiders, and they blanked the Red Raiders. So you got to look at the Red Raiders and be like, number one, were you prepared for this game? Were you overcome? Did the coach prepare? That's coaching right there. I mean, all you got to do is look at what JMU did. JMU did something to score on Oregon at they spot,
Right.
right? I mean, so and you can't repeat that. You can't duplicate that. Did you look at any tape of what they did successful? Because you didn't do anything JMU did. They didn't
Right.
do. James Madison ran the ball. James Madison had more yards in the first half against Oregon the week before than the Red Raiders had in the whole game against Oregon last 2 days ago.
Okay, so
So
we leaning on the offense is trash, basically, or overrated. Because they
and the
were
defense too.
the world number 5. They've been scoring, but obviously they were overrated. You can't score against the Ducks. I mean, you get blanked. It's got to be
Blanked.
off, especially it wasn't raining, it wasn't snowing, so Yeah, it's your offense. Now, Ducks led 6-zip at the half. The line makers still made it like just 2.5. So they really thought the Red Raiders would come back. But if you can't score, you can't do nothing. And then the Dutch scored a touchdown where they could have went on their knee just to boost up the score. They should
Yeah,
have
I saw that.
that touchdown. I call it the bullshit touchdown. And if I was the other coach, I wouldn't shake Oregon's coach's hand because that's stupid. Like, you already beat me. Now you want to stick it in. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But I don't know. I'm a throwback guy. I didn't like that.
I don't know what that was about. That was about the spread or something like that. I don't know.
It was nothing, Mark.
Somebody had plus
It didn't
23 or
apply
something like that.
to the over. It didn't apply to the second half spread. None of that shit.
Yeah, it
That's
was
what
over the
I'm talking
top.
about. I get what you're saying, though. If it applied, it makes sense. But
Somebody
this
had
don't
that.
make no sense. But anyway,
Somebody
they
had
won
that alternate
23
spread
nothing.
bet.
They won convincingly. Dante Moore, NFL ready, man. I like this kid.
He's good.
Uh,
I am concerned about his mobility though. He doesn't scramble very well. He got caught and shaken down, but he throws a tight spiral.
and
He's very 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 accurate.
Mark, he doesn't have it where he knows when to scramble. But he's
He
got
just
speed. I've seen him in a couple holes. He could get there.
or he's just not that great of a scrambler, but he's a good quarterback. If he
Yeah, like
comes
he's
out, he's a first round draft
scramble
pick. Yeah,
lacking.
yeah.
Would you admit?
Yeah. But when he scrambles, he gets caught. Like he doesn't scramble for too many yards. He's definitely a pocket quarterback. He's like he's a Timu Josh Allen, but he can't
Dak
run like Josh Allen. He's a Dak Prescott for sure.
Okay, there we go. There we
That's
go.
a good that's a good correlation.
Okay, so we agree he's ready for the NFL. I don't have him as number one though.
Hey, that ball he throws, he's very accurate, and like the spiral he throws is so pretty.
Now he got some.
It's like you can just slow that down. That's like that movie. Uh 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 when that ball's in the air, if Dante throws that ball, I'm like, God, that's a pretty ass ball. That spin on it is like so pretty. I'm like, hey, you can't teach that. That's a good
Right,
spin
right.
right there. So like he's one
He's
of the
ready
best
for the
quarterbacks.
NFL.
Yeah.
He's ready for the NFL. Okay, we go on to game 3 of the college football playoffs. They made this line -7 for a reason. I knew it was kind of high. So at first I liked it. Bama,
Yeah.
especially came back against the Sooners second half, shut them down. But then when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, Indiana's not the Sooners. They're a way better team. So in my
Hey,
mind, if Indiana went up, I knew they was going to run with it. Only chance Bama had is to them to get up. But when they went down 17-zip, same way they went down 17-zip to the Sooners, but they were able to come back, I knew they wasn't coming back. I took Indiana's second half. They were -2 second half, and they was up 17-0. You rarely see that. When the team up like that, the other team is favorite for the second half because they down so many points. But that kid Mendoza, man, that kid Mendoza's the truth. Like I said, 17-zip at the half, end up blowing them out 38-3. Fernando Mendoza, 14 for 16, 192. They basically ran the rock, 3 touchdowns, no picks, threw some sparrows in there, Mark.
man, yeah.
Some sparrows. I mean, tight windows. I think he's ready for your Raiders. I'm hoping that your Raiders, they are going to get him. So my next question before we go to the last game of the day is, do you want Fernando and what he's going to bring to your Raiders, Mark?
I think he's pro ready. He shows a lot of poise, football IQ, great accuracy. Another kid that throws a good ball. He's very accurate, very smart player. He's not making too many mistakes. He only had to throw for 196 because that's what the game gave him.
Yep.
He didn't do more than he had to do. He could have thrown for 300 yards in that game, but the game didn't give him that because Alabama was so porous on the run that they just played a balanced football game and ended up like having over what they almost had almost 500 yards in total offense. So 196 was actually generous for him because he could only had like 125 yards. They could have ran the ball for over 300 yards and like
Facts.
it's at the same total. So the fact that he played so poised, he's just not he's not emotional. You could tell that the team buys into his leadership style, and I can't wait for the Raiders to pick this guy. Mendoza is going to be a great NFL quarterback. It's almost bringing me back to Joe Plunkett days, man. He's like a Plunkett guy. Team loves him, and he's just a poised guy, very balanced, great arm, throws a deep ball, mid range, short ball. very accurate. One of the things that I like about Mendoza, which you can't teach it, but he throws that out route. You can't throw the out route like that Dak Prescott can't throw the out route. You throw that 10-yard out, you're going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. You got to be able to throw that out. If you can't throw the out with a strong arm from the weak side, that's a long ball to throw. It's a long ball to throw accurate, but he was punching it in there over and over again on third and short, third and third and mid third and seven,
Right,
punching
right.
that little out in. And so I mean I love that kid Mendoza, and his little brother plays on the team too. So his little
Yeah.
brother's actually going to be
Oh,
the quarterback next year.
hopefully, but
um,
let me add on. Couple analysts they predicted kind of like a Jared Goff. I heard some say Matt Ryan, but I'm gonna tell you where I
he ain't
disagree.
no Jared Goff.
I'm
That's a bad comparison.
I disagree at. I'm gonna say more. I'm gonna say that he turns more into like a Joe Burrow. He's not there. He's not nowhere
Yeah.
at Joe Burrow. But Joe Burrow can scramble when he needs to. Mendoza can scramble, bro. Did you see them big ass runs?
Yep. I
I mean,
think he is. I think he's closer to Joe Burrow.
when they down
He's
all
accurate.
he's running on 3rd and 11, making the first down, 3rd and 7. And I mean, it ain't open, Mark. He's got a Zach like a linebacker. The kid can, I'm not saying he's going to be running in the NFL, but I'm saying he can scramble. It's not like he's just stuck back there.
Right. And you
So
got to
that's
give him some.
another weapon that he got in his repertoire that's going to be very important, which is he also can be elusive on top of everything else.
Yeah, he's mobile. He's mobile and but he can stay in the pocket too. I mean, the kid is smart. He's
Dog,
a smart football
it's
player.
work for your team to tank for this guy. This last 10, 15 years easily in the NFL, bro.
Actually, I like Mendoza more than I like Dante Moore, and I love Dante Moore. So I'm a big Mendoza fan. I think he's ready. I you know like obviously he's of that championship pedigree. Most of the pedigree and the wins for Indiana are mostly due to him. His quarterback play has been tremendous. And it's kind of interesting too. This is the second year in a row that the Big Ten is going to put a team in the national championship.
I
But
give props.
they're
You got to
guaranteed.
give props to the people that the boy that got in Miami. Even though I was mad Notre Dame didn't make it, I'm still mad Notre Dame didn't make it.
I'm not mad Notre Dame. Notre
But
Dame did
Miami
not deserve to go.
ACC representing the ACC, which was basically done in this tournament,
Right.
and they representing, bro. And I think they're gonna get to the chip. Now, if they win on that, that's a different story. But to them to represent, I think it's a wonderful thing for college football, Mark. I gotta put that out there. But let's move on from Mendoza. Great take on him. You like him a lot. That means a
I
lot to
like
me.
him a lot. Yeah.
A big Raider fan, and I know you would have chopped him up if you didn't like him. Taking none away from Dante Moore and Trinidad Chambliss, who showed out yesterday
Get
in
it. Hey,
the game, who also looked like Pat Mahomes out there.
375 yards,
Say
man.
that because he's so young. You don't want to do that comparison. But this kid got talent.
30
But
for
I don't
46,
want that.
392 yards. Yeah.
I don't want all that dunking behind your back. I want a consistent guy, and Mendoza is safe.
Yeah.
Does that make
He's good.
sense?
And Indiana wasn't considered a powerhouse, but he's steady. He said, now don't get me wrong, I love Trinidad. I think Trinidad might want another year, and he might go to LSU, but we'll see because he's trying to get another year of eligibility. That game yesterday showed some pro potential. I like his mobility because he had a play which was crazy. He skipped. He tried
Yeah,
to
I see all
reverse.
that.
He tried to reverse, and I don't even know how he did it. And he actually ended up getting a crucial first down.
Yo,
Trinidad Chambliss
you
is
know what
like a
was
great
more
player,
special
man.
about that play? His lineman, the
Block
defensive
that one block. Yep,
right? You know, if he would have popped that guy, that'd have been a penalty.
that'd
They
have been a
call that
penalty.
side.
He put his body in and like
Put
stepped
his
back.
body. That was nobody spoke about that.
That was a great play.
Nobody.
Yep,
I'm bringing that up because we IQ guys. That right there made
right,
everything possible, Mark.
right. He threw the ball right after that. That opened him
That
up
made
to
everything possible.
because he was going to reverse his whole body reversing that his scramble was off balance and he had to skip a couple times to
Yeah.
regain his balance because he had no balance. If he would have fumbled that ball, somebody would have hit him. And then right at the pivotal moment when he was about to wind up, that block happened. And I remember that lineman. I was like, ooh, look what that lineman did. That was smart. He
Yes,
like kind of blocked him with his body
yes.
and then didn't
And
like
the
push
ref
him.
was all on that motherfucker.
Yep. Yep.
So if he pops him, that's a flag now. They don't do
Yep.
that blindside shit no more.
Yep. That was great discipline, great play by that lineman. And that got the crucial first down that actually opened like solidified the victory. But that was they needed that first down
Yep.
because that was a huge play. Because the play was busted. It was busted to the right side.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple
So
busted plays. That's the one he did the Patrick Mahomes flick.
yeah,
That's another play. I'm not even bringing
right.
it up. But anyway, Bulldogs were favored by 6. All my guys were like Bulldogs, Natty. My boy Reggie McAllister. I told you, Reggie, they wasn't going, Reg. I know you like Georgia. You was talking some Natty shit. Yo, Al, you crazy. They going. I said they either going to lose this one or they lose in the next game.
I thought Georgia was going to win that game, but
Yeah, I thought they would get through here, but I thought the Canes would get them.
well, as the game was amazing. That was actually a really entertaining game.
Yeah, it was 21-12 Georgia at the half.
Right. And
I think they never lost the game, Mark, under Kirby Smart. 75 and 0 in the fourth quarter. With a fourth quarter, I think 10-point lead, something like that. First game lost, Mark.
But that's why you never keep a team around in the fourth quarter. You
Put them
can't
away.
keep. You got to put them away when you got it. You can't go conservative. And I think Kirby went conservative starting the fourth quarter and let them back in the game. Let them stick around. And like you had it at halftime. You got too happy. You didn't come out aggressive, and then Ole Miss just stuck around and then boom.
Yo, but
That
what
kid.
was crazy, Mark, Ole Miss was down X amount of points, but then they won up 34-24, and they started playing around with the lead. But
Right.
Georgia came back and tied that month and should have
And
took the lead. They had to go at the 10-yard line with 4 plays to take the lead, and they couldn't punch
right.
it in.
Could not. And that kid had a miraculous day kicking the field goals. He
Yes.
kicked a 55-yard, 56-yard, and a 49-yard. Unbelievable that's crazy for a college kicker to kick 3 field goals almost above more than 50
50,
yards.
50 plus.
And,
Yep.
and they needed every single one of those points. The funny part of that game, the key part of that game, I saw a couple of posts about this, and I actually have a friend that they took Georgia at +4.5.
Right.
The crazy part about that game is that they won that bet with 2 seconds left, and then Ole Miss kicked off, and then they got that safety, made it a five
No,
point game,
39-34. They won by 5.
and so that +4.5 lost hella money for
Yeah.
everybody. That safety fucked everybody up.
Yep. But real quick, Mark, we got one more, then we're going to move on to
Sure.
the NFL. Great take on these college playoff games. I knew I could count on you. Now we got the last 2 games, Mark. Let's try to cut corners because I got a bunch of stuff for you, but I want to hear your opinion. I'm going to start with the game. Both of these games are great, but the one I really want to watch, I'm going to talk about second. The first one is Ole Miss, and we didn't mention that Lane Kiffin ain't there. They coach.
Right, his staff is though,
That's fucking huge, bro.
and he's making money off those games too. By the way,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, he voted off the LSU. Not me and you. Me and X talked that he should at least stood for the playoffs, bro. But I
he
know
wanted
how
to.
it works.
He wanted to, but Ole Miss didn't let him.
Yeah, you got to leave early. I get it. But I would have, me personally, I would have said, listen, man, I got to be there for them, man. If you want me, then I got to be there. Because, it looks bad that he went next door anyway.
Oh, he wanted to, but Ole Miss would not let him. So like he was trying to do that, and Ole Miss would not let him do it. So he's like, I'm bouncing because he's always wanted to be LSU coach, either LSU or Alabama. That's where he wanted to
Right.
coach. And so
Also, so you knowing more because you from that side of the country or state.
yeah, we down here and like.
But then he did want it to stay. I thought he was out because I seen him on the plane and on the bus because they showed it on TV when he was on the plane landing. They said, "Oh, he arrived at Baton Rouge," and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? You're not gonna coach these Ole Miss motherfuckers?" But I guess you know more than me about this story.
He wanted to finish the season, but the AD of Ole Miss was like, "If you're gone, you're gone. We're not letting you
Gotcha.
coach." And the AD kind of figured out like you can't let your team. He took most of the offensive staff with him, and they both agreed. The schools agreed to let the coaches that were going to come with him LSU to finish with Ole Miss. So that Charlie Weiss Jr. Charlie Weiss's son, Charlie Weiss Jr. the offensive coordinator from Mississippi, is signed with LSU for next year, but he's still coaching Ole Miss right now.
Right.
So are a bunch of offensive coaches. They're gonna now. There's a question as to whether they're gonna keep on coaching because I think LSU is like, okay, we didn't know you guys were gonna make it this far. You have obligations here. So there actually is a question down here in the South whether the offensive coaches are going to continue with Ole Miss because nobody expected them to
Mark,
go this far.
don't mean to cut you. Like I said, we got to kind of
It's all
split.
good. But
Who do
you know,
you like? Canes are favored by 3. This is it right here to go to the Natty, baby.
well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. When the Canes are favored, that's when you go against them. So I'm taking
You
Ole
went to
Miss.
the opposite.
They were underdogs for 2 games, and every
Right,
time
right.
they're this entire season, every time they're underdogs or they're favored by not a lot, they actually start winning. When they're favored by a lot, that's when they lose. They lost to either Duke or Virginia or something like that. I almost
Right,
put
but
them
they're
out
favored 3.
CFP. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss. Ole Miss looks really strong, and I know that Miami's overperforming. I think they're gonna run into a log jam here. They're gonna run into a buzzsaw. Ole
Right,
Miss is
right.
hungry, and these players for Ole Miss, they've gotten screwed, so they got something to prove. They lost
Right.
their coach, and so
Both
they
of them
want.
make a great story, though, Mark.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, Miami's like that's a
My
dog.
man Neil Stewart saying they want to host the trophy and be like, fuck, Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, well, they can do that too, but LSU's gonna host the trophy next year and like for 10 more years. So it's all good. If you have a choice between coaching at Ole Miss and coaching at LSU, come on. Are you kidding
Right.
me?
Who you got in this game, Mark?
I got Ole Miss. I got Ole Miss because number one,
I know why,
they have
because of
something to play for.
Miami being favored. What I'm going to keep it a band, I'm going to say the Canes got one more in them.
I don't think so.
I think they got one more in them. That front line, man, until somebody stop them, I got to ride with them, man.
They're if they're
That
favored,
front line is
they're not
fucking
gonna they're not gonna come through. If they're
dog. It's
favored, they're not gonna
fucking
come through.
banana. But I know one thing: Trinidad Chambliss do has the ability to kind of like run from that shit.
Well, I can tell you this. I get the way these teams play. Miami has to go up like they did. They have to go up fast like they did on Ohio
And Beck
State.
got to play mistake free again. Because
They're
I'm
they're
not big
they're not,
on
they're
Beck.
not going to be able to do. Ole Miss is one of those fast starters too, though.
Right.
So, and I don't trust Carson Beck to bring a team from behind. If he has to throw the ball for Miami to come back, they're going to lose because he's going to throw a couple INTs. He is not that
They've
great.
been fortunate though. They've been in the game against A&M and
Right.
yesterday
They
where
got fast starts.
they've been fortunate. Beck doesn't have all that kind of pressure on him, and
He
he's been
didn't. Right.
looking good with the lead. But like you said, I don't like him down because he starts forcing shit. I mean, there was a
Right.
game, I think if I'm correct, against Louisville. He threw 5 picks.
Right.
They were trailing the whole game. He just kept on. If they get him in that kind of game, that's why I think they're going to lose the Natty. Because the next game I'm going to give you, they're going to play them, and I think they're going to force them to throw those picks that we've seen. So it's going to be the Beck that we know is going to show up eventually. Some Kirk Cousins shit, you heard?
Plus,
But
they're
right
going
now,
to.
getting through.
Yeah.
So let's move on to game number 2. Neil Stewart likes the U. I like the U. You like Ole Miss
Ole
early
Miss.
going. Oregon, Indiana, man. I mean, I know we've seen this contest earlier. Indiana, I think, won 30-20 at Oregon, which made that hold a lot of weight over there winning in that building, bro.
Yeah.
One of the loudest buildings in the fucking game, and you know it, Mark. I think that
Yeah.
stadium hold like 100,000, and they were hey, and Indiana came live, bro. They won.
Indiana's nice.
Now, the thing I don't like about this game, I'm big on revenge games.
Yeah.
So this is a revenge game for the Ducks, man.
I think that
-4 Indiana. Who you like, bud?
I think because it's being played in Arizona, the Fiesta Bowl. I think that I got Oregon in this game. I think Dan Lanning, he hated that loss. And he's a great coach, and I think that team is ready to play Indiana. I think that they didn't look as perfect as it looked like against last weekend, although it was a very dominant win. They still they didn't it looked like they were looking towards this weekend. Like they've been looking at this game, this revenge game for the entire season since Indiana went up in their house and whooped their ass. I got Oregon coming off. I think Indiana has had a great run. They're to me, they're still a Cinderella, uh, but they've had a great run. That defensive line is monstrous. The offensive line, Lalola is like a beast in the middle. They're gonna protect Dante Moore. I think Oregon is actually it's gonna be a very entertaining game. I think it's gonna be like a low
Great
30s
point by
game.
Mark. He said battle of prospects, Moore versus
Yeah,
Mendoza. I mean,
Mendoza. But Moore has a better line, and also Oregon, I think, has a better defensive line. If Indiana can't run the ball like they ran over Alabama, I got Oregon, and I got Oregon because I think that line is like just too powerful. And I
okay,
think this is a different Oregon team this year. I know they failed to live up to what they were hyped about. They were the number one ranked team
right,
going into CFP last year, and they didn't even make the semifinals.
right.
So they lost. They lost their first game last year. So they made it past where they were supposed to make it past. Like Dan Lanning said, I took a breath. Usa moment. I think I got Oregon over Indiana. So it's going to be an Oregon versus Ole Miss national championship
Okay,
back in Miami.
okay. I got the Canes coming out. I'm gonna take Oregon with the points. I'm thinking it's gonna be 3 points or less, or even 4 points or less. Indiana might move on, but I'm not going to do the might. I'm going to take the +4. I'm hoping it goes to 5 because that's going to really show a lot of disrespect to the Ducks who already played them earlier. Could have won, had them early, then lost it late. Revenge game, and like you said, they got a lot. They got a lot to play for this game, and I don't know. Heisman Trophy, Natty winner. I can see it happening, but how many times has that happened, Mark? Not too many, right?
Yeah, I don't think Hey, look,
I mean, how many times that
I'm
happened? Like 3 times, maybe.
I don't know. I'm just not sold on Indiana. Indiana's not it's like rooting for the Clippers. I just don't see them winning the national championship.
Right? I
They
think
they they,
they're
they have a
winning,
good run.
but I think this game here, I think that it ain't gonna be no fucking 38-3 shit. Oregon, you seen they shut the
No, no.
fuck down. They're gonna ball this game. I think this is gonna come down to a field goal, and I'm hoping it does so that I get Indiana to go on the chip, but I don't like the 4. I think it's a little high. If it goes to 3, I might leave it alone. 4 more, I like Oregon with the points. Okay, let's move on. We got NFL games of the week. We right on schedule, so we got to still cut corners. You ready?
Let's go.
Okay, we going to Raymond James Stadium. 8-8 Carolina Panthers, 7-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The line is -2.5, 3 for the Buccaneers. Talk to us. 43.5.
I mean, I got Carolina because the Buccaneers, honestly, they don't have anything really to play for. Even if they, if
No,
they
they're playing
beat,
for the playoff. They get
I
in.
know, but even if they win, they still don't get in though,
They
right?
still need a little help, but it looks like they
They need
get
if
without
the
hurt.
Saints beat the Falcons, even if Buccaneers win, they don't get in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a hard game.
No,
Carolina
but
looks
that doesn't
really.
mean they're not going to play hard, Mark.
I get
They
I
play
get it. I
Saturday.
get
They're
it.
not going to
They
know that
just
it goes to Sunday.
I'm in NFL South, NFC Southville. So I've
Right.
been living and breathing NFC South this entire season. And I'm gonna tell you, the Buccaneers are not the Buccaneers of the last 2 years. I don't know what's going on with that
They're
team.
not the Buccaneers from week
Yeah,
7. They were like 6 and
I
2.
mean,
They
they
made
just
it early in the year.
they're a
Mark,
sloppy
you heard?
team.
But
They
later in
they
the year, they've been taking it back with interest.
they play sloppy. They're
Lost
some really
3 money
sloppy
line
team.
games with them. I even tell you though.
Yeah.
They lost the
So
money line to Atlanta, a money line to the Saints at home, all home games, and then they lost at Miami. That bullshit game last week.
yeah, and I think the Carolina defense just on GP is gonna like win this game, whether the
And
offense
they
moves
beat
the
them the
ball or
first
not.
matchup. It was a real good game. They
Right,
picked off late, but I think it's going to be just like that. I
Carolina.
gave out on the free play. I had the freestyle, but even though I freestyle, I like it. Carolina +3. I like that.
And even little Bryce Young is playing pretty good football, man. Like he's like doing okay.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
all
Hey,
all five
let's
nine of
move
them.
on. We're going to San Francisco. 13-3. 13 and 13. What is it? 13-3. Yeah, 13
Yep.
and Seattle Seahawks.
12-4 San Francisco 49ers. The line is -1.5 for the Sea Chickens. 49.5. Talk to us, Mark.
That's a big line for NFC rivalry, NFC West rivalry going to San Francisco. Something's up there, and we had this conversation in the beginning of the NFL season about the Seahawks. They play better on the road than they do at home. And they have a lot.
They've been whacking motherfuckers at home too.
Well, they're
Lost
six
two
and two,
right
six
away.
and two, 6-2 at
Hold
home,
up.
7-1 away.
They lost their first 2 home games. After that, they've been winning every game.
Yeah, they won 6 in a row. Yeah,
That's what I'm
they won
saying.
all.
I don't even think I could throw that no more because they
But
only
no,
lost their
they
first 2
still
home games. They haven't lost ever
no.
since.
They still look porous at home. They look better away than they do at home.
All right.
That's still the case. So
Slightly.
I got the Seahawks because I just don't believe this is like I don't believe the football guys are going to give the 49ers home field advantage from last week all the way to the Super Bowl.
Right.
I don't believe that's never even happened to a team. I don't think where
Right.
like with 2 weeks left in the season, you have 2 home games, and then all your playoff games are at home, including you host the Super Bowl too. I just don't think that's going to happen. So I think Seattle's going to beat the 49ers, although the 49ers have been playing ball. I mean, they look really good. They look way better than they did in the beginning of the season. And I'm actually surprised
The
because,
defense, they need Fred Warner, man.
yeah, but still, their offense is like killing.
Fred Warner's one guy, right? But he's the quarterback of the defense. He's not like a regular cornerback. He's a fucking middle linebacker who can go all over the field. Because you play football, that's the guy you plug in. Everybody takes it to another level once he's in there. Because you know why? Dad's in the game. He's dad on defense.
Right.
They need Fred Warner if they're going to win in the playoff. I think he's supposed to come back. You might know more about that. I got to look into that. But they said he's definitely might come back for the playoffs.
Right. But they've been doing well. I mean, they played last weekend. They looked really good. Last weekend they were dominant.
Yeah, not defensively, offensively. That's what I'm gonna say right now, and I'm gonna put it down right now. For every time I doubted Brock Purdy, I have a lot of money on Brock Purdy.
He's playing ball. You see that play?
That motherfucker, he balled out, and he balled out the week before. Now people there, Phillip Rivers. That ain't got to do with the coach defense. Coach defense is good. He lit those motherfuckers up too. Let me tell you right now, I'm feeling Brock Purdy, dog. That kid is, when they went down against the Bears, I said, I'm about to lose. I'm about to get my head cracked. I said, I'm going to see what this motherfucker about. Mark, he went right up that field. And when he hit Jennings, he stepped up 2 big motherfuckers about to snap.
He saw you about that, and he stepped back. Then he stepped.
And he gunned to the Jennings, and Jennings caught the field. Touchdown. I was going crazy.
Well, he stepped back. He stepped back first.
Yeah.
Then he stepped forward. Then he stepped between them.
I said, why am I celebrating? Caleb is not the old Caleb Williams.
He had no fear of these big motherfuckers here.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
He's 5'11", 6 feet.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
These dudes are like converging, and he almost made them run into each other.
No, he stepped right up.
Then he kept his head up and had that ball cocked and ready to go. And as soon as he saw the receiver, it's like, easy. And it was touchdown by.
I get it now why they call him Mr. Irrelevant. I think I started to get that. But one thing I could say that really, Mark, I bought food, right? Came home. The game just started. I sit down, put my plate, Mark. I'm not lying to you. Pick 6 right off the bat. I said, you can't make this up. He threw a pick 6. The receiver dropped it. Linebacker for the Bears.
That wasn't his fault. Yeah, that wasn't his fault.
I said, you can't make this up. But then they came back. They made my weekend. I was able to go to work Monday with a smile instead of not wanting to talk to nobody on the phone. You feel me? But anyway, back to the 49ers. I believe in their offense. I don't believe in their defense. And I think that's what's going to hurt them unless they can get Fred Warner and a couple of more bodies. That's going to help them. And I think Seattle prevails this week. So let's get out of this. I'm just excited.
Seattle is good.
Like the best matchup of the weekend in my book.
It is.
Now, this is a game. I don't know what's the meaning. I know Minnesota wants to win. Green Bay probably positioning 9-6 Packers, 8-8 Minnesota. The line's -6.5 for Minnesota, which is telling me Love ain't starting. They're gonna go Malik Willis again. Talk to us.
Yeah, Malik's going to start. He's a free agent after this year. He's going to start for a team next year. So any team looking for a quarterback, Malik Willis played really well last week.
The Jets probably pick him up. That's how the Jets be doing.
They might have to because they don't draft right, and they're not going to get Mendoza or Dante Moore. They might get Dante Moore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They bought with that green. They might hit him with that. Yo, you can keep it green still over there.
But I'm gonna tell you, Malik Willis could sign at Minnesota and start next year. JJ Jefferson is begging for a quarterback up there.
No, they believe it or not, starting to like the young kid. I'm hearing they're liking the young kid, but he's got to play as good as he's playing the last couple games, because if he start the way he started good against the
Jefferson's out then.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Jefferson's out there.
Some kind of consistent. No, listen to me. JJ, I've seen him hugging him and all that, because McCarthy was looking like he got a little better there. He was throwing, especially that Detroit game early. No, I'm lying, because they had to back up that game. The game prior to that, he plays really good.
Yeah, Jefferson can't afford another season like the season he had this year.
Yeah, but like I said, Mark, if he's consistent and he stays away from turnovers,
but I mean, like, how many ifs you gonna give him? You gonna give him this is gonna be his fourth season in the league, man.
No, you gave up Donald third season. It's one season.
Third season, okay.
You gave up Donald and Dons for this kid.
And look what everybody else is doing.
No, it's all right. You give him one more year. Look, you give him one more year. If he doesn't do it this year, Mark, I'll make the phone call to get him out of there.
You have great patience. Yes. I mean, I don't got the Vikings in this. I don't trust the Vikings for shit. The Vikings have disappointed me the entire season. So I'm not picking. The Vikings are pretty much done this season.
So you like Packers and a meaningless game?
I think they can come up one place. They can gain one. They're still fighting for playoff positioning, I think.
I don't know. I don't think they are. That's why they because Love could play and Love could really play.
If they lose, I think they might be on a road for the first game. I think they want to keep home field for at least the wild card. But they won the division. They won the NFC North, so they might sit everybody. So Vikings might win this. I think Packers clinched the division, so they're gonna host the game.
Hold on, let me see something. Hold on, let me make sure here.
Yeah, I was wrong. The Packers.
No, the Bears clinched the division.
Oh, okay. So the Packers do need to
I don't think they have to win. There's no meaning in this. I'm looking right now. I don't see any.
That's right. The Bears did clinch.
That's why Minnesota's 6.5, because since the Packers,
right, so they're gonna sit.
They can't catch the Rams. The Rams are a game and a half ahead of them.
You're right. It's the Bears. Right.
Cowboys. So this is a meaningless game. You know what? I'm taking the Vikings to win at least by 7. They trying to win out. They trying to finish 9-8, come back. I think 6-game winning streak.
I agree with you. I changed. Yeah, I forgot.
I got the Vikings.
I forgot that the Bears had clinched because because the Packers lost.
Lost to the Ravens. That was the game.
Right. So the Vikings second team is probably going to win this.
Okay, real quick. 8-8 Lions, 11-5 Chicago Bears. Another meaningless game. I'm trying to see if.
Yeah, I think the Bears are going to sit people then.
Well, this is the thing, though. The Bears are tied with the Eagles at 11-5. I know they're in different divisions, but if they get the better record, that means they might get the home game. If they
the second game,
they'll get the home game because of the better record. So the Bears kind of have to win this game. That's why they favored by 3. If they were underdog, that would tell me that they're sitting people down. And the Lions would love nothing than to try to make it worse for the Bears.
But the Lions suck. They're just a terrible team.
Well, they're gonna play though. They're gonna play season with a losing record. They 8-8. Like, I'm surprised to even say that. There's no way
they shouldn't even be 8-8.
Nah. Yeah, he wanted.
That's a miracle.
What Tomlin is doing since he's been there, or winning record or whatever. And if he loses tomorrow, Sunday, he's gonna have a losing record. So
the crazy thing about that game is that Could it be a personal game for Ben Johnson, or has he already
I
made
think
his
it'll be
point?
a good game. I think Ahmad St. Brown's gonna play. Everybody's
I
playing.
mean, but Ben Johnson has already made his point. He left the Lions and went to the Bears, and the Lions are not in the playoffs, and the Bears won the division. One plus one equals two, Al York.
Yeah.
One
I still
minus
think
one
he wants this
equals
game,
zero.
though. I still think he
So
wants this game.
obviously, Ben Johnson is a key ingredient to both these teams. One lost him, one got him, and look
Yeah.
at the difference.
One went
So,
backwards, one went forward. So he
so
definitely is.
I don't think Ben wants to go out losing to his old team. So
So you like the Bears minus
I
three.
still think the Bears are going to win. And
I think the Bears will win too, even if they pull people out, let's say late. But like I said, I think they want to have a better record. That you know what? If they tie with the Eagles, they get the better record because they want the head-to-head. You remember that Friday night.
right, yep,
But they can't let the Eagles have a better record enough because let's say down the line, if they meet up, the Bears will have to go to Philadelphia.
that'd be the semifinals. Yeah,
Yes, so that's why this game is important for the Bears. You want to secure that late home field game. So
at
they
least
got to
that
win
one.
this game. Okay, so we agree with the Bears minus three. Last but not least, we go to Heinz Field, 8-8 Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson is back against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 9-7. The line is Baltimore minus 3.5, 4. Talk to us, Mark.
Edgar Allan Poe, where are you, Edgar Allan Poe, the Raven? Let's go Ravens. Hey, Lamar Jackson is back. He's got 2 weeks with a hammy, got healed up. This is you know, probably got healed up more so than all before. Everybody's like talking mess about Lamar Jackson. Dude is like consummate MVP, future Hall of Famer. Ravens are gonna beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got the Ravens and they're gonna win the division.
Well, I got them 4.5. I'm going to take the Steelers with the points. They play the Ravens real good. As you've seen, they beat them the last game with Lamar Jackson in the lineup. But
Lamar
now,
Jackson hurt. He was hurt.
Baltimore, the last couple games looked like they picked it up. They got it together. Derrick Henry's running that rock meter than ever. So they're going to have to feed the beast. But I still think in a crucial game like this, the winner makes the playoffs. I think the Steelers are going to keep it close. I think they're going to close. So you give me 4.5. I'd rather take the home team, the home dog. And like I said, Ravens win by 4, 3, 2. It's all good. I don't think the Ravens blow them though. Though they have the potential to, but this divisional game, you know, divisional games is always different, Mark.
Yeah,
They can be 4-9 and 9-2, and they play like a 3-point game. That's those are divisional games.
They're gonna put Aaron Rodgers on his ass, and oh my God, Derrick Henry can run the ball. Good job, Harbaugh. You discovered Derrick Henry can run the ball. Oh
so
my goodness.
You like Ravens minus the points. I'm going to take Pittsburgh plus the points.
I like Derrick Henry for 30 carries, 125 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Ravens win.
Okay. You ready for choose one and why? Then we going to get you out of here, bro.
Let's go.
Okay. Who's the better point guard, Mark, career-wise?
Jason Kidd.
If we went,
I'm just kidding.
Of course, you're going to say that because I said career-wise, and you know I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to go too deep on you. I'm not going to like.
I was joking with you. I was joking.
Steve Nash, aka the Floor General, or Jason Kidd, aka J Kidd. Talk to us.
I didn't even know you were going to ask that question. I just threw that out there because I am born and raised in Oakland.
You look like Kidd. That's why I did this.
I was born and raised in Oakland, and I grew up with my boy Jay.
Your hair looking red and shit.
I grew up with my boy Jason, and like that's neither here nor there about this comparison though. But the complete point guard is J Kidd. That dude he has the size, 6'4", 225, solid, and like the court vision. Nash and him weren't really neither one was a big jump shot person, but Nash probably had a better
answers in. I think
field goal percentage. Yeah,
that's not saying much because Kidd can't shoot outside.
As you know, his shot he shot like upper 30s field goal. Probably had 39% field goal percentage.
Kid's more
Nash is probably like 42 field goals, so they're kind of close.
yeah, I like
But Kid was a better player, and I liked him I liked him on defense. That's what makes me choose him over Nash. The size that he could guard on defense was bigger than just the point guard position. He can guard forwards because he was so strong. So this day and every day, all of my life, all the rest of my life, I choose Jason Kidd as probably he's my top 5 point guard in NBA
right,
history,
right.
but he certainly is above Steve Nash. Even though, hey, all due respect to Steve Nash, had a great career, played with some great teams, but he just wasn't as complete of a point guard as Jason Kidd.
Well, you got people that's gonna look at this program and they're gonna be like, you forgot that he got 2 MVPs. The one MVP ain't easy, and he did it in the Kobe era. Now, one person, you got people that say that they robbed
Well, Kobe should have. They robbed Kobe the one.
They
So
robbed
like,
Kobe. They can say that, but even to rob Kobe doesn't take none away what Steve Nash did. You agree?
I mean, he played it. He played. What was that? Who was the coach right there? They just had that running offense. They didn't really do much.
In the Westfall?
Um, was it Westfall? Yeah, it was like look, I don't take anything away from Steve Nash's game, but number one, that MVP over Kobe, he didn't deserve that. And
The fact that you're in the conversation, like I love Kid, but I never heard him in no MVP conversation.
he was an NBA MVP finalist, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah,
One
probably
of those years.
not in the league. Not in the league. He got a
What?
chip though. He got a chip with.
Yeah, he got with the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah,
He's
beat LeBron. They beat LeBron.
Nash led in point scoring. Kid led in rebounds and assists.
Yep.
I'm gonna lean on the floor general because, like you said, the defense. I like that he can guard.
He's all defensive team too. Yeah.
Way better defensive player. And I think that makes up for whatever he's lacking on offense against Nash. But Nash, a lot of people can say, is a lot more exciting because all the crazy moves, the passes. Not the Kid can't do that, but Nash was really exciting to hit that big 3. The way
Kid was pretty exciting.
Offense, but give me Jason Kidd if I'm building a championship team. That's what I'm going. Let's move on. We agree with J. Kidd.
I didn't know you were gonna have him though. I just guessed that.
The second time you did that in 5 years. You know that, right?
I didn't remember the first time.
Yeah, I forgot what name it was, but it's the second time you've done. I think it was a football one. Okay, wide receiver. Let's say the Raiders are going to sign one of these 2 to a 3-year deal. Now, these guys are under contract. I get it. We're just assuming. I got to put that out there because they're going to some smart. My man Noah will probably do that. We just say, who you want for 3 years? Get Mendoza over there. Would you rather have Jackson Smith-Nigba, a.k.a. JSN, or Amon-Ra St. Brown, a.k.a. Sun God? For 3 years, a 3-year deal to line up with Mendoza. Who's your guy?
Amon, because he runs the full route tree, and he's more balanced in the whole route tree. That dude can do possession. He's a deep ball threat. He's a mid-range threat. His catch radius is immaculate. I could do more with St. John than I can with Amugba. And I've seen him play. I like his game. He just has to develop a little bit more, holistically. He can ball, yeah, but but St. John does the whole trick. He is the complete receiver. And so I appreciate that. You can see it game to game. Unfortunately, he was just not getting the ball because of the pressure that was on Goss.
Right.
Goff, excuse me. And he just Goff wasn't able to hit him as much as, especially that last game. He got hurt in the last game, but they couldn't get the ball to St. John. But he's running these routes. And he does what you ask him to do. So I like the complete receiver in St. John more so than the other receiver.
Right. A lot of people would disagree, especially with the year that JSN's having this year. But I like the tougher guy. Obviously, the tougher guy to me is Amon-Ra. I mean, the guy goes over the middle. The guy is tough. Not saying that Nick Book doesn't like collisions and stuff, but we know St. Brown will give up his body. We've seen him block big guys. Going deep, JSN, I give him the advantage, but everything else, I like Ahmad.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna agree with you on that move right there. So we 2-0 on agreeing.
Uh-oh.
Now we going defensive end for their
Uh-oh.
career. I did my homework. These numbers are very similar. Dwight Freeney, a.k.a. the spin guard.
Ooh, Colts.
Or John Randall, a.k.a. Motor Mouth. Who and why?
That is a tough one because I like Freeney.
Woo! Talk to me, Mark.
I'm gonna go,
Talk
but
to
I'm
me.
gonna
Put
go
your
with
answers in, guys. Neil, Steve, everybody watching, put your answers in.
I'm gonna go with my man from the Vikings, man. He was just a beast. He was a beast, and he was just the kind of player that I love to watch, and I love to, I just like that kind of player. Freeney was kind of a quiet storm,
Oh, but Freeney
but
ain't a joke either, man. Freeney
nah,
comes to the park. Hold on, let me say something. In case you
hey,
don't know,
he wasn't off the hook though. Like,
listen, in case you don't know, he used to come in Indianapolis with a Yankee hat on all the
that's
time.
fine, that's fine and dandy. But like,
So I'm saying that the
Randolph
kid
didn't.
get busy.
He was just a crazy motherfucker on the field. So like, I just like man. He was
He be
crazy.
started like Lau Alzado, not
Yeah,
Lau. Lau
he
was
was old
punching dudes in
school.
the face.
He was
No,
old
not like
school.
that. He's more like Draymond
He
Green
was
crazy.
fierce. He was
Lau
just
Alzado with
fierce.
fucking Charles Oakley crazy.
The ferocity that he had, and Freeney. I'm not taking anything away from Freeney.
Greeny's
He
man.
played with I call it intensity with Freeney, but he didn't have the ferocity that Randolph had. You know, like he didn't have that ferocity.
Right.
Like I would be scared. I'm scared of that dude. Like
Well, you notice he
he
had
wanted.
that black shit
Yeah, he put that
dripping all down.
black.
Fuck yeah.
He's the first one to put it all over his face. He said,
Yeah.
fuck the eye shit." He just put it all over his
Yeah.
face. And he was just like fiery, man. And so I like them both for intensity, but the ferocity was with the Vikings. And like I really was digging the Vikings during that era. Because that's when they had Randy Moss.
Right.
That's when they had
Chris Carter,
Carter.
Jake
And
Reed,
Jake. Yeah, they
had
had
the spin doctor.
yeah.
Smith.
I forgot who's the running back. The dude from
Smith, the spin doctor.
Smith. Yeah, Smith. And then
Yes.
they had
Robert Smith. His name is Robert Smith.
Robert Smith. Yeah, was University of Wisconsin. And he was a great running back too, by the way.
Facts.
And like that was a great team, man. That was great.
But
They didn't win a
I
They didn't
mean,
win a Super Bowl.
Pepper was good, but Cunningham, that was nice.
Cunningham
They
was
should
great.
have won a chip, man. But it is. But
Yeah, I think what they have some injuries at the end of the year.
they lost. They missed the field goal. Anderson, and then Atlanta.
Right,
Other Anderson beat them on the
right,
field.
right.
The two Hall of Fame
Um,
Andersons. The lefty one ended up winning it for the Falcons.
that was a great team, though. That was a great
They needed
team.
Minnesota to play Denver. That would have been a better Super Bowl. I hate when the underdog team, like for instance, when New England played the Bears for the Super Bowl in '86, we should have been Miami. Miami's the only team that beat them that year. Let's watch that again.
Right.
They played New England with like 46-10 or something. Boring.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Boring shit. Now Atlanta shit wasn't like that, but Denver beat up on them. I think Minnesota would have gave them a way better game. That's just my opinion.
That's when they had Jamal. Who's the running back?
Mark, talk to us.
Hey, man, great! It's gonna be a great football weekend. I can't wait for this weekend for the regular season to end, playoffs to begin, and this college football series is gonna be pretty exciting, man. These games are coming up are gonna be nice. I wish they didn't space it out so long. I think they can revamp this. So hopefully next year,
that's another thing I
16.
have to bring up to you. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah,
All the teams with a bye since they started the bye system.
1-7.
They were 0-5 before Indiana.
0-6.
0-5.
No, they were 0-6 because Ohio State lost.
So it's 1-6. No, 1-5.
No,
Because Indiana had the bye, they won it. The only one that won.
They only won at one. Yep, they only one
So
and one.
1-5, right? 1-5.
No, I think it's like 1-6 or 1-7.
Okay, bottom line, only 1-1. So
right.
I'm hearing they want to change that because the non-productive, the non-playing, they slump up. It's not good.
Indiana almost had a month off. They almost had they won the Big Ten championship in beginning of December.
They're gonna fix that, but teams are saying they want to play the extra game. Fuck all that seeding shit. They rather play because when you get a month off, 3 weeks off, etc., you're
Right.
rusty. As you've seen, Texas Tech was rusty. Not making no excuses, but they look bad, dog.
Yeah, I think that they got to fix that, and they don't need to. They have Saturdays and they have Fridays and Thursdays. They
They
don't
look
need
bad.
to.
Oregon looked good because they played James Madison. They was able to play around with them. They
Right.
ready for them. But Texas Tech on open, they look. I know they ain't that bad. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you don't need two
They're not
weeks.
that good, but they're not that bad, dog.
Right. So, a bye week, the bye week should be right after the Army Navy game, and then they play the next week. So, like, we don't need to wait. The Army Navy game signifies the end of the year. That's December 13th. Um, they can have first round games before the Army Navy game
They got to do something, Mark, because it's
because you can't, there's too much space. Even right now, they play the next games on Thursday and Friday, and then the championship is like 10 days from Friday.
Mark.
It's
This
like,
is so obvious.
it's ridiculous,
All
dude.
the dogs that are winning that played the week before, it's obviously affecting the team sitting up's game. It happens in baseball like that. Sometimes the baseball team got to wait, like a series is over. But that's different in baseball because if you sweep a team and the other one goes 7, that's your fault. You should not swept them then. You should have let them game so you can keep playing. No, because now you got to
So-
8 days, 9 days. When a
Right.
team just played 2 days ago, you lose your momentum, bro.
That's true. Yeah, I agree.
But this could
They
be
need to
fixed,
fix that
unlike
shit.
baseball. This could be fixed, but I don't know what they're gonna do. But they gotta fix it. Just like they're gonna take out them easy teams, James Madison and Tulane. We're not gonna see that no more. They're gonna have the stronger teams make it, like Notre Dame would have made it next year. What happened? I know you don't care about them, but I
I
care.
don't think Notre Dame should not get any special consideration.
There, but
It's
next
their
year,
fault.
Notre Dame makes it at the end of the same way. I don't
It's
want
their.
to see Tulane and James Madison. I'm sorry. I
Well, I don't
understand
want to see no. I don't
schools
want to
want
see
that.
Notre Dame getting
I don't want
special
to see those minus
consideration.
24s, Mark. This is college football. Let's put some good games up in
I,
there.
I agree. I agree with that. And don't let a team go in that is not affiliated with the league, and they think they deserve, no matter what season they play and who they lose to, they think they should get into the CFP. That's not cool. Like,
Facts. Any
so Notre
last
Dame.
words, Mark?
Well, hey, you know what? Sad to see football on its way out.
I know, man.
But it's been a great long season, and man, I can't wait for the next season already. But this is gonna be some great football for the rest of the season. And we got the Super Bowl
Like
coming
a
up.
month left.
Then we got Mardi Gras right after the Super Bowl. So hey, down here in New Orleans, man, we kicking it. It's all good. And
Well,
hey, and the Saints is the best team in the
the Super
NFC
Bowl's
South since
over.
week 7.
Hopefully, when the Super Bowl's over, I know it's going to take a little while, for March to hit, but I think we got about 3 to 4 weeks of football, so we'll probably got to wait a month and a half, and then we get March Madness jump in here.
March Madison jumping off, yeah.
Back into it, because right now, watching basketball, I like college basketball, but I don't feel the same when it's football, though. Football is like way up on my standards,
Absolutely, 100%.
especially on the gambling aspect. I can make money in football. The other sports are like really hard.
Absolutely.
But March Madness now we get that football excitement. You know what I mean? And that really turns it up because you came out here as yourself because it's that good. Right or wrong?
Oh, absolutely. I might be out there in March too. So like, we'll be out there for March Madness at the Mandalay Bay. At the
Okay.
Mandalay Bay. All right, man. Good to see you, man.
Coming in.
Good session.
I understand what happened to last week, but please, for the future, I got to let my peoples know. Try to give me any kind of courtesy call if you can't make it, because I know I work magic, though. But God,
It wasn't that wasn't the case. So if I could have,
lucky I got it.
If I could have,
always ready on the go.
If it was about a courtesy call, I would have given you a courtesy call, but I wasn't able to do that. But I apologize.
Okay, my brother.
So
but like I said, we're gonna move past that. You did a great job today. Good luck on the games this weekend. Enjoy the games this weekend, and I'll be talking to you before football finishes.
Go Navy, beat Army.
NG Raider, let's go, baby.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Okay, all right, guys. Now we're going to the spinoff. We got Big Tap leading everybody with 6 wins. We got Midwest Mo that swept the ball last week, so he got 5. B4 got 4, and everybody else got 3, 2, 1, etc. So let's get this popping. Good luck to everybody, man. Let's get it. Round 9. Giveaway 1. Let's go. 1 through 20. Great job by Mark, MG Raider. Always hold it down. All my hosts hold it down. Y'all know what it is, man. My guys come in and they come handle business, man. That's just how my guys do. All right, 1 through 20. Let's get it. Breezy in the building. I see Breezy in the building. Breezy, I ain't see no questions, baby. Or no answers. You gotta put some answers in, baby. You know how we roll. You know your sports. If you didn't know, I wouldn't put you on the spot. But you know your sports. Here we go. 1 through 20. Whoever wins, wins. But like I said, I love to see new winners. Last week, Midwest Most swept the board. Now we going this week. And let's get it, man. Let's get it. Honey mustard. We marinating this with honey mustard. Let's go. 1 through 20 on my go. 2 balls come out, no good. 1 ball flies off, no good. We're looking for 1 ball only. Pause. Winner is giveaway 1. Round 9 is. Got a winner. See 1 ball. 2 would have came out. No bueno. Let me move this to the side. Keep everything where y'all can see it at. Like I said, I don't do no funny shit. If you want funny shit, go to those make-believe handicappers that be 13-1 every week. Al York, you gonna get nothing but the raw truth. That's how I fuck around, real talk. Winner is, giveaway 1, round 9 is number 12. Number 12. Big Tap back in the winner's circle. Every time somebody get close, Big Tap get a win. I don't know how he's been able to do that. Now he's up to 7 wins. He's 2-game lead on everybody else, at least. 12, Big Tap is the winner. Let's go to giveaway 2 now. See, I dropped that honey mustard on it. Okay, now real quick. Let me present it real quick. I have a green ball. It's number 39. I dropped my basket. I couldn't find 39. So 49 is in the place of 39, which is Big Tap's number. So if this comes out, remember, 49 is acting as 39 until I can find that ball somewhere in my room. My man, I couldn't find that shit. I was going crazy looking for it. Crazy. I couldn't find that shit, like disappeared on me type shit. But 49 is 39. Keep that in mind. 21 through 40. Big Tap. Y'all see? Seems to always be around the winner's circle some kind of fucking way. All right, here we go. We got that garlic ranch sauce. Let's go, people. Summary coming up, so don't go nowhere. Garlic ranch. Here we go. 1 ball only. Round 9, giveaway 2, winner is. Got a winner. Got a winner. Let me move this back. Round 9. Giveaway 2 winner is 21. 21. Can you do, man? Big Tack sweeps the ball. Now he's from 6'5" to 8'5". Now he's got 8 wins. He won with number 12 and number 21. And fucking same. Summary coming up. The thing I'm most impressed with is I think we never had 2 weeks in a row somebody sweep the board. I don't think that never happened on my show. Not 2 weeks in a row. And it's ironic, the number 1-2 came out twice, which is 12 and 21. It's crazy, bro. Salute the Big Tap. Can't take nothing away from him. He won. He's doing his thing. Just like if Steve would have won 2 or Doug would have won 2, I get the same energy. And I like that nobody hates on my show because everybody's been hot on my show. There was a time I remember TPK was stupid hot. Pretty Mo was fucking crazy hot. Midwest Mo, you know, like Ghost was stupid hot. Brian always been stupid. I just everybody get their moment. But this guy's on fire, man. He's trying to go for his if I'm correct, his 4th chip or 3rd chip. I got it on the book. 3rd or 4th chip. He's on fire, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you guys, if y'all want to win, you got to bring it, man. Every week. You got to bring it every week. But let's do the summary real quick. We tapped in on college football, the playoffs. I'm really enjoying the playoffs. There's a couple of changes that Al York would like to be added on next year, of course. I know there's a lot of people like my boy, the R. R don't like, you know, when I tell him, you know, this team should not make the playoff. The team, he's like, why not, man? They colleges, they deserve a chance like everybody else. I get it. But when you do the college football playoffs, you want the best in it. I don't want to see no -18, no -29.5, because you want to show love to a team that I understand. They want his conference. I get it. But you got teams that are getting in that, for example, like James Madison ain't better than Notre Dame. Tulane ain't no better than if Notre Dame played both of them, the line would be -16 at least. So from my understanding, that's going to be corrected. They're going to get the better team. They said if we play this next year, if it ended up the same way, they said definitely Notre Dame is in. Now, what they did say is that Madison or Tulane, one of them would have got it, not both. They said they would have got one of them in. So I want to see an adjustment on that because every year they're trying to make it better. And that bye week is killing teams, man, especially these playoff teams like the highest seed. The highest seeds are going down. The highest seeds are going down, bro. You know what I mean? Not all of them, because you know you did have Oregon that actually, let me see. No, Oregon was -2, but they didn't get the bye. They had to play James Madison. So Texas Tech got the bye, but that was the only game like that because Georgia was the team that didn't play the first round. They lost. Indiana won. They didn't play the first round. You know what I mean? It's just like what I said. One team came out in the last couple years of having the bye week, and I think that's something that has to be fixed. Obviously, it's the rush that's killing these teams. That's obvious. 1 game out of 6, 7 games. Come on, that doesn't make sense. So I don't know if they probably leave it like that. Maybe another year, give it out, see if it evens out. But if it doesn't even out, you got to make an adjustment on that. Teams already said they want to play. They don't want the bye week because it fucks them up. So let's move on. We touched up on that. We touched up on the future game, which Indiana versus Oregon, a repeat of an earlier game. Indiana won 30-20 at Oregon. And Oregon definitely won revenge. I love Indiana right now. I mean, I'm not an Indiana fan, but I like how they looking. I like Mendoza. I like how they line up. I think they're the fullest team, like defense, special teams, quarterback. But Oregon's going to give them a run for their money, especially on a revenge game. Coach Lannon, he wants this game, bro. So if you're going to give me 4 points, 4.5, I hope it goes to 5. Let me get that. I'm going to take that all day and just hope for a close game, like a 3-point game. But I wouldn't be surprised if Indiana won, let's say, 31-24. I wouldn't be surprised. But I think the Ducks are going to really show out. I think they're going to kind of be up early. And then I think Indiana steals it late. I just hope I'm within the points. But knowing me, I'll bring that 4 up. I'll probably bring it up to 7.5 over a touchdown. You know, that's how I do it. I parlay that with something else. I like to be safe with it. It's not a teaser, it's just buying points up. And then the other game, which is, you know, big storyline, Ole Miss losing their coach, Lane Kiffin. And then the Canes overcoming everything they had to overcome, including being said that they didn't deserve to make the playoffs. You know, Notre Dame was left out. They represent the ACC, so I love what they doing. Ray Lewis and them boys always coming out supporting the U. I want to see Ed Reed out there next time. I'm hoping to see a showing of Ed Reed. Ed Reed's my guy. Ed Reed, show up, man. Show your old school love, man. I've seen Ray, you know what I mean? I seen Irvin out there. I want to see Ed Reed out there, and you know, especially for this next game here against Ole Miss to go to the Natty, man. And you know, we cover that. We give our opinion on that. Mark likes Ole Miss to come out just like he likes Oregon to come out. I think Indiana wins but don't cover. And I definitely like the U to go to the Natty. I think it's the year for the U to get there. I don't know if they're gonna win, but I like the U to get there. Okay, so we cover that also. We cover the NFL games of the week. There's about three to four meaningful games, maybe 3 for sure. Carolina, Tampa Bay, for sure. 49ers, Seattle. Positioning, Tampa Bay, Carolina's more like to get in the playoffs, even though Tampa Bay needs help. They need a win, and then they need the Saints to kind of beat Atlanta, so that they need a whole bunch of shit. That's why I don't like it. I like Carolina wins, they get in. I like that. I think they can win that game. I like them +3. And of course the Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh to get in. Sunday Night Football. That's gonna be a real good game, man. I mean, that's the AFC North. It's gonna be cold. Lamar Jackson's out there, Aaron Rodgers, Tomlin. They're gonna be having jobs on the line. I take 4.5 all day with the Steelers. That's a divisional game. Steelers beat them the first time around. Lamar's coming back. Who knows how healthy he is? He bad back. His back probably still hurt. You don't know. He ain't 100%. Give me the 4.5, even though I like Baltimore better as a unit. But I'll take the 4.5 all day. So we cover that. We cover the choose one and why. We went through the choose one and why. And like I said, guys, Happy New Year. We got to get our players back on board. I know a lot of people still recovering for Christmas, New Year's. A lot of people not really signing up, playing with the slot. We got to get more people to sign up. I was going to start getting like jackets and stuff, but if I barely could get people for the hats and shirts, then how, you know, like as a businessman, you got to think, like, for example, if you're selling products for like $10 and they're not moving, what makes you think you're going to sell $20 products and move them? You see what I'm saying? If you're selling $10 products and they're not moving, you got to go lower. You got to go 7, 5. You don't go higher. So that's why I'm not, as much as I want to come out with these dope jackets, is crazy. Black, white arms, leather arms, black, leather arms, dope Al York shit, crazy shit. Raw true, but I'm gonna put those out when we're ready. Right now, we're not ready. We're not ready. I still got to get people to get into the, you know, the little hats and shirts, make them come back. Maybe, you know, when it starts getting a little hot, maybe their money start getting up. I'm gonna start reaching out to more people, more potential clients to play. I've been slacking on that because I'm thinking we already had it. But like I said, every week, it's like I got to work harder to fill up these spots. You know what I mean? Ain't no shame in my game. I say it like it is. I got to go a little harder. I shouldn't be in the last day with 4 spots open. I remember once I put out the spots on Monday night, we were sold out. This was happening for like a damn year. Latest Tuesday, Wednesday. Now I'm all the way into damn near fucking Thursday night, Friday with 4 spots left. Like $5 spots. $5 spots. That's insane. I don't even think I could buy anything for $5 no more in the store. You can't buy nothing to eat no more for $5. Even the $5 meal went up to $5.10. Lady told me the other day. I said, Miss, ain't 2 of them like $10.84? She said, no, it went to $5.10. So that's not even $5 no more. So what I'm saying is, hey, you can't even buy a meal with that. I don't care if 5 people play one spot. I just want to fill up these joints, give y'all a hell of a show. And if y'all win, you know the product is flavor. You know my product holds up. $5, you get a $45 hat, or you get a fucking $40 shirt. What we doing? What we doing? You got people that buy 4 or 5 all the fucking time. Salute to Steve. Salute to Brian. Salute to Tapia. Salute to Pretty Mo or Midwest Mo. Let me say it right. Salute to Allen. You know what I'm saying? And then the prior players, Benny Bellado, Wepa, all those guys that used to play prior. Salute Miss Jess, been playing for years. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that's been. I can't forget TPK. You got him and his wife playing. Let me not forget TPK, because I never hear the end of it. If I would have left this broadcast and didn't mention TPK, he would have got me tonight. Yo, Al, you left me out. I got you, brother. I got you. Shout out to Lower, who plays when he could, like twice a month. Maybe he tries to play. But like I said, we got to get more people, because I want to step it up. I can't step it up if I can't fulfill the little shit. You feel me? You know, you paying monthly for a car, $380. You having trouble paying that. How you want to get a Benz that's gonna be like $680? You're barely paying $380. You can't pay $680. That goes back to what I'm saying. I can't go to bigger, higher stuff if we barely getting through this. And with that, hold your heads. Love y'all. You know, I work with y'all guys that can't even, get no money. I try to work with y'all, give y'all spots when I can. I try to do whatever, man. But I will hope to get at least, even if I got to get 5 more different $5 a week plays, just $5 a week, bro. It'll help out, you know what I'm saying, where I don't have to be chasing cats Thursday and Friday, because I hate chasing cats, bro. I'd rather just show love. But showing love ain't paying no bills. Remember that. Hold your heads. Al Your Sports, no drinking and driving. And Happy New Year's again. And be aware for Instagram videos, because I'm definitely dropping one tomorrow. Hold your heads. Damn, man, she threw a curveball. I know you can only